Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm Milena.
I'm Lola.
And oh my god, should I wear a t-shirt?
Are you not wearing a t-shirt now? Oh, the Game of Thrones one?
Yes.
Next time.
Next time.
Next time then. I have to go and pick my shirt up from somewhere.
Oh my god, you were yesterday there.
I was. Anyways, we were watching The House of the Dragon. This is episode 3. Very excited for this episode.
Can't wait to find out what's gonna happen, how the story is gonna progress. Because the last episode really concentrated on King finding his queen. I am hoping that we're gonna continue to some other storylines as well. Very excited to see what's gonna happen with Daemon, especially because like he's now thinking of some new ways. He made a deal with the.
Well, I mean,
guy.
We don't technically know if he did make a deal, but the guy was, let's say, offering a deal where. But I feel like he would accept. I feel like then Daemon's armies would be fighting against, what is it called? The Crab King, Crab Lord?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna do that.
So yeah, I'm excited to find out what's gonna happen there. And also, of course, with Rhaenyra. Her best friend is now marrying her father. Yeah. So like...
I kind of really don't want... Like, it would be... I would understand, kind of, if like she now goes and like starts blaming her friend because like she's young, but also like, you know, her friend is the last person to like blame for any of this. Like she didn't really have much of a choice. Like her father pushed her towards the king, and like who is she to refuse that? You know, unfortunately, no one at that time.
Yeah, and honestly, in my mind, like I could understand if she was hurt.
Yeah.
First, she's marrying her father. Second, can they be best friends? Can they have a relationship that they had? I don't think so. You know.
I mean, it makes it complicated. Like she's her best friend and then stepmother.
Like I don't know. I just think it makes it weird, and yet she was there constantly for her, encouraging her. To become like the heir and stuff like that, and now she's gonna
give birth to an heir potentially. Yeah.
I think it's just like everything is just so fucking messed up, and I can't see their friendship continue.
I mean, which is a big shame. Like I don't know, because like didn't you say like in the books they were not that close in age, so like they weren't friends?
Yeah, they weren't friends.
So like maybe
I think they just put it here to make it another conflict.
Yeah, but like then maybe, you know, they weren't friends, then maybe there's no story there, so like maybe they just like this is how they grow distant, which is a shame, really.
Yeah, but like it makes sense. Like I could not technically imagine them having the same relationship that they had before.
Well, look, like me neither from my perspective, but then at the same time, this is a weird time period. This is a weird place. It's a real weird universe. And so, like, you know, they have fucking incest. So I don't know. You know, I don't know what their boundaries are. Yes, we'll see. Like, it makes me sad because I really like their friendship and I really like the girl and I feel really bad for her. Very excited for Daemon. So far, he would be my favorite character. I'm really enjoying his dynamic with his family and his brother and him wanting to be, like, accepted by them and, like, really having a lot of loyalty to them, even though he's kind of an outcast. I'm really enjoying that storyline, and I can't wait for that to like continue with the question of the future heir.
Oh my god, yes, but like we saw a picture on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Like that happened in Game of Thrones. Honestly, I remember that conversation. Just like it's not like I thought much about it. Like it's not like I know Game of Thrones by heart, you know.
No, but like when you show us the picture, I'm like, yeah, like, I remember that scene happening. Yeah. Like what exactly they were saying in it, like I can't. On top of my head, I wouldn't remember it.
The daughter of Stannis Baratheon talked to the... I can't remember his name. She read the stories and stuff like that, and she talked about how... long ago in past, like there was... that's when Targaryen fell apart, basically, because Rhaenyra and her half-brother fought for a throne and the country divided, and so like Daemon is technically not gonna be an issue for the heir for the throne.
I feel like he would like stand beside Rhaenyra then for the throne.
Depends
in a platonic way!
That's what I want to say. That doesn't sound in my mind like a platonic way.
I know, I understand, but oh my god.
Because in my mind, the only way that he's not gonna be trying for an heir, because like if there is Rhaenyra, if still there is not like a son,
Yeah.
I think because like we're at that time where men were the only ones who were kings.
Yeah.
I definitely do believe that he would want that throne because it definitely belongs to him in his eyes. I don't know. Everything to me points to them having a relationship. I'm still hoping that's not gonna happen.
But do you not think, I mean, I might be reading too much into things, but like, or he could also die. The guy, Cole is the one that like beat Daemon at the jousting tournament. Well, because like he asked for her favor first, and then like she chose him to be the part of the.
And that's what I would like more.
Yeah, but I felt like we were kind of going towards it. I'm just like being like, okay, then he's gonna die.
Yeah.
At some point he's gonna die, but like to me it felt like they were doing that.
To me, I mean, the thing is, we just know that Targaryens marry each other.
Yeah.
Next thing that like I could deduct from this is that like she's probably gonna marry a Targaryen, or her half brother is gonna marry a Targaryen as well. And they're
if you're like marrying in like Targaryens, couldn't we go to like distant cousin?
I think
because like far enough divided, we're all related. You know what I mean?
Actually, no. I think they are actually doing that. I don't think they are marrying their first cousins or something like that. You know, but like
I think my grandfather had a brother.
Yeah, something like that.
And then the brother's grandson.
I think I'm hoping that that's what's more happening. But I think,
I would hope so.
I think still the politics of it all is what's gonna always win. So like if they have a closer, let's say, cousin who is politically better suited for them, I would expect them to marry them. Also, one of the biggest parts, if not to me the biggest one. I mean, I'm not talking about like brother and sister and stuff like that, like completely close. But to me, one of the biggest parts is if they grew up together. If he knew her from childhood, or she knew him from childhood, doesn't matter. Like that is I think that is one of the biggest factors to me, you know, because I remember that was the dialogue between Jon and Daenerys, and also Jon and Sansa, and I would have always preferred Jon and Daenerys, not just because like I like them, you know, just because they never knew each other before that.
Yeah.
And Jon and Sansa grew up together.
I mean, they're siblings. Like, I don't know how people were like, just because he's a bastard, they're less siblings. They grew up together, they're siblings. Even if they didn't share a fucking mother or a father. That's what I
like
an adopted child. I would
that's
fucking
what I want to say.
I would not feel well.
That would be far worse for me. And that's why Daemon and Rhaenyra feel horrifying to me, just because he knew her since she was like this.
I'm with you.
I mean, I don't know what kind of relationship they had, but they had a relationship. You can see that. You can sense it from the season, from the first episode when he gives her the necklace. Like that they had a relationship. I would not like that. Definitely.
Well, we have to start every episode with like talk about the incest.
Yeah, I think we should stop that.
I feel like we should. Like we already said all we can say.
Exactly. We're gonna talk more when it comes to that.
Because like I think it's inevitable at this point.
At least between some of them, I don't know which one, but like some of them are definitely gonna be related and together.
Yeah, sure. We're just gonna have to accept this, okay, and like just move on. I don't know. Anyways.
But yeah, those are the storylines that I'm most excited about for this episode to see. That's it. Yeah.
So let's play this episode.
Yeah.
I love this blood that's flowing.
The dragon blood. Targaryen blood.
I thought it was the blood of all the dead characters we're gonna have.
I think so. House of the Dragon.
Are we at the shores?
House Valerian is coming for you! The sea snake will have your fucking head! No, please!
Where did that go through?
Fucking betrayal.
Wow, I mean, dude, that's fucking brave saying that while in this position. I mean, I'll be like, true, but aren't you gonna die? How does he know where he's hitting with the dragon?
He wasn't dead.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is the kindness to kill him than for him to die while being eaten like this. Oh, well, you know.
Save him. Like a
Famous
fly.
last words. Truly, you don't need no armies if you're a Targaryen. Just go on a couple dragons, like 3 people.
I love that now we have more people who are riding dragons.
Yeah,
more
me too. And it's not like so
just one.
uncommon like Daenerys and everyone keeps getting shot. Like it's a common thing here. Dracar, that's very cowardly of you. I mean, it is an unfair fight. Shit. Look, I think you have done enough damage for now. Toddler?
Oh, okay.
Oh, we are
Okay.
a couple of years into the future then.
And you have my nose. 2 years old and already our boy has a kingly presence.
Okay, so 3 years, Skip?
He may
At least, yeah.
This morning he insisted on eating porridge with his hands. And surely by the end of this hunt, we shall have more to celebrate.
Hunt, that's how the Baratheon died.
There remains for Viserys to name him heir to the throne. I wouldn't be so sure. He's the king's firstborn son. I don't know that his grace sees it so clearly. Then it lies with you to make him see it.
Always an opportunist.
I bring urgent news.
Lannister.
The Crab fleet has dug in for siege on Bloodstone while his men sabotage our fleet under the cover of dark.
Not today, Tyrant. It's been 3 years. It can wait another 3 days. Come.
Like, I love fathers that are present, but also you are a king. I don't know, people are dying.
Daemon has driven the men hard. They have begun to question his command. If the crown were ever to intervene,
Tyrant.
now is the time.
Daemon and the Sea Snake started their war without his grace's leave. Were he to intervene now, after so long, it would make the crown appear weak.
Can someone tell me where in the 7 hells Rhaenyra might be? Under the dragon's eye. Your Grace.
Did I say to stop?
Oh my god.
She's pregnant again.
Yeah.
Is it the king's command? Yes, but then at once, your grace. But it needn't be. None of it needs be this way in truth, Rhaenyra. The days are long, but Aegon came quickly and without fuss.
Aegon Targaryen, yeah, that's the name of the...
You should ride out with me today. Join in the chase.
Rather not.
Who is he?
Perhaps the princess can give us some insight. Your dear uncle is the great mind behind this war, is he not?
I wouldn't know. I've not spoken to Daemon in years.
Since you supplanted him as heir.
Daemon made his choices, Lady Kira.
Not really, Lady Kira, what is your problem exactly?
But the crown is not at war.
The crown is at war, princess. Though your father refuses to admit it, we've been dragged into it by your uncle and the Sea Snake.
And how have you served them on fleets, Lady Red Wine? Wait and keep.
They might become friends again. This was kind of nice. So they're 18 now then. And I'm just like saying, I'm trying to keep track of how old they are now. I'm not saying this is not prime time.
No, I'm saying like, because I want to say at least now she's 18.
Already let her check second child. This guy was watching her.
Lord Jason Lannister.
Hello, another Lannister? Few of them.
I
in
think
this
I love him
episode.
by default, you know what I mean? Like
Well,
Lannister.
there was the other lady
yeah,
was
there was
Lannister.
But the best sport is to be found at Castle Rock, near my home. I don't have a dragon pit, of course, but I do have the means and resources to build one.
Why would you need a dragon pit?
To have dragons, of course.
Is he
I'd do
hitting
anything for my queen. Or lady wife.
Bold. Fucking bold.
Is that what I am to you? A prize to proffer about to the great houses.
You're of age, Rhaenyra. Jason Lannister's an excellent match.
He's arrogant and so serious.
Well, I thought you might have that in common. But you've refused me at every turn.
That is because I do not wish to get married.
Even I do not exist without tradition and duty, Rhaenyra.
Excuse me, Your Grace. The stag is the king of the King's Wood, Your Grace. A regal portent for Prince Aegon's name day.
Wouldn't it be ironic if he died in this one? Because of the hunt? Is that what I think it is?
Cool.
I think it's more dangerous if we do that. Just...
Father, trying to sell me off to Jason Lannister. Was I named heir to the Iron Throne, so that I might only further raise the standing of a Lord of Castle Rock?
Can we to kill him?
How lucky you are to have a say in your own life.
Many in the realm have gladly trade positions with you, Princess.
Maybe the Princess of Dragonstone, but I'm useless.
You held enough power to write my name into the White Book. When your father named me to his King's Guard, it was the highest honor any Cole had ever known. All that I have, I owe to you. Now, I'd hardly call that toothless, Princess.
I feel like something's coming. Like, it's very... Ugh. Something feels like the calm before the storm, but I don't know what storm necessarily. Maybe it's about the, like, war.
Droppings were found half a league to the east.
Yeah, maybe about the war, because I really don't think he's gonna die here.
Before the dragons ruled over Westeros, White Hart was the symbol of royalty in these lands. And on this day of all days.
But very good.
What did you say?
It looked like to me like he wasn't feeling fine.
In the entire episode, to me, he looks like he's a bit sick.
I mean, I do expect him to die soonish.
Well, me too. I think definitely this season. I just don't know how soon we're doing that. But because I'm like waiting for him to kind of die, and this episode is looking weird, considering like his character.
I kind of feel it's too early.
To the Golden Gallery in honor of Prince Aegon. It's as if the Seven themselves had blessed this day.
See?
Thank you.
It's weird.
I don't think he's gonna die like
No, okay, yes, but
Baratheon.
but like, don't you feel
that
like
would be
they're
ridiculous? Oh my god.
Don't you think it's like?
I mean, it looks weird, yeah.
Crown and your daughter. Strength.
Do you think that House Targaryen wants for strength?
Rhaenyra may take her place there by my side without shame, and feel herself well compensated for her loss in station.
What loss of station?
If you were to name young Aegon heir, Your Grace.
And when would I be doing that?
That's what everyone
I had
expects.
assumed, many of us had assumed.
Many of us, you say. Have your bannermen questioned my choice of them?
Of course not, Your Grace.
It is your sworn duty to report rebellion stirring in my kingdom.
Rebellion? There has been nothing of the sort, Your Grace.
I did not decide to name Rhaenyra my heir on a whim. All the lords of the kingdom would do well to remember that. Why?
Oh my god.
Right?
Are you gonna
he's
die?
drunk. All signs point to him dying.
You're not only Rhaenyra's father, you're the king. She'll do as you command.
It is not my wish to command her. I want her to be happy.
Oh, Otto doesn't know that. Otto sold his own daughter to you, so
There is another choice beyond Castle Rock.
don't even fucking say it.
One perhaps you might be more comfortable with one.
What does that mean?
Don't say it.
Who do you have in mind?
You don't say it.
Prince Aegon.
What? Oh my god. Oh my god. The show keeps giving me worse things so that I will be like, if Daemon is better at least. They keep giving me worse fucking things. Otto is fucking sick. Otto is fucking shameless. What?
What? I came here to hunt.
He's laughing. Just like me.
Politicking.
What? Fucking two.
Let us speak no
They're
more.
fucking insane. Otto. Hello? Even the internet is shocked.
He said, the boy doesn't know.
I thought he was gonna say Daemon. I thought he was gonna say Daemon because, like, so we
but
can all calm everything down. I was like, don't say it. And then he said Aegon. I'm like, Daemon's least better.
Like to me, I as well for like when you say don't say it, I was like, but like why would he say it? Like to me,
because I felt
he
like they
doesn't
can't
look.
control Daemon, and now like if they,
I don't think he would be able to control them. I think that's just risky to Rhaenyra as well. You know, like. In my mind, Daemon will not make sense for Otto to say. Otto hates Daemon, you know?
Yeah.
So like, but like he was saying closer to home. What do you mean closer to home?
Look,
What is
honestly,
closer?
Otto wants Aegon, who is his grandchild, to be the heir.
Exactly.
But like, I love that everyone.
In this way, if they would collide, would make sense for
Yeah.
the Bridgerton too.
Like, am I supposed to laugh?
I mean, I'm laughing from shock, you know.
Fucking brother and sister. Brother and fucking sister. Everyone's
they share the same father. I mean, we had that before. They shared both father and mother.
Anyways, let's continue. I think the internet is like picked itself back up from the shock. Let me just go back again.
The boy just turned 2. Yes, but it would cease the endless proposals for Rhaenyra's hand.
That's me.
To throw them at home. He's suffocated by all this fucking politicking.
He's shocked.
As he should.
Speak no more.
He's dying in this episode. I don't think there's a way around it. It
But
looks
then,
like he's dying in this
because
episode.
I always thought when he dies, the girl's gonna. Then
we're gonna be older. Yeah, me too. But see, everyone assumes that the heir is the son. And the only people who think the heir is still Rhaenyra are the king and the queen.
I guess that's how Rhaenyra is even gonna have a chance, because father is gonna die and the last thing he's gonna
the throne,
because like he's gonna say that she's on the throne, but like the public is gonna want him
when
maybe
he grows up a bit.
And
definitely Otto is gonna have a big part in that.
To find Rhaenyra, Your Grace. It would seem to me the best match for Rhaenyra is the son of the sea snake, Sir Laenor. Laenor is of pure Valyrian descent, and he is the heir to the wealthiest house in the realm.
Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen?
I have no choice but to, Princess.
That's not true. Who?
those horses.
Yes, but like they are moving for some reason, something.
Oh, is it the bear?
Lannister? Bear? Oh,
Boar.
the boar? Maybe you should not go that far away from her? Because we don't know what side...
She's the main character, she's gonna be fine.
I know, but
boy,
like
you're
still...
the only risky one here.
Would they be so quiet if they were a boar? I guess, yeah. Ah!
Let's go, Rhaenyra.
Yeah, let's go, Rhaenyra.
She almost died.
Legitimately, she almost died. Is he good? Good girl.
Okay, she's good.
Many in my line have been dragon riders. Very few among us have been dreamers. When Rhaenyra was a child, I saw it in a dream. A male babe, born to me, wearing the conqueror's crown. As I wanted it to be true. To be a dreamer myself. I poured all my thought and will into it. My obsession killed Rhaenyra's mother. I thought Rhaenyra was the way out of my abyss of grief and regret. That naming her heir would begin to set things right.
Oh, it did.
I never imagined I would remarry. And I would have a son. What if I was wrong?
May not be white, Your Grace. He's a big lad.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't there like a quicker way to do this? It's still suffering.
I mean, I think he...
It's still suffering. Can we just like go again?
Exactly, I think he made a mistake.
But like legitimately, why are we clapping? They captured it for him. This guy literally fucking pointed where he's supposed to stab. Good job. Stop that. All this means that she is more suited to be the leader than her father. I guess he doesn't want to marry her now. He's a bit covered in blood. Oh my god, her brother is so cute. King shocked.
When you bore the king a son, you ended 15 years of uncertainty and doubt. Aegon, like his namesake, was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms. If Viserys were to name him heir, the realm would fate him for it.
Rhaenyra would be a good queen.
It wouldn't matter if she were Jaehaerys himself, born again. Rhaenyra is a woman.
What of my son? Would you have me raise a man to steal his own sister's birthright?
It is Aegon that's being robbed. He's the firstborn son of the king. To deny that he is heir to the throne is to assail the laws of gods and men. You must guide Viserys towards reason.
I do believe that Rhaenyra will marry him, yes. She must believe it is her choice to do so.
She must believe it's her choice.
Lord Corlys and Prince Daemon are losing their war.
Badly, by all accounts.
This is a plea for aid. Then why not send it?
Because it is a war started by two malcontents, unhappy with decisions I made.
Dwarfstone.
I'm sending word to Daemon. Aid is sailing to the Stepstones.
Did he make call for help?
He would sooner die. But his king does not mean to allow that. Why must every effort on your behalf be resisted, as if to the death?
Because you mean to replace me. With Alicent Hightower's son. The boy you always wanted.
I will not live forever. I wish to see you contented. Happy even.
You think a man would do it?
A family.
I had a family.
What would you have me do?
If it was for advantage, you would have wed Lena Velaryon.
That is true enough. You must marry. As to your match, make it yourself. Search him out. Rhaenyra, I did waver. At one time. But I swear to you now, on your mother's memory, you will not be supplanted.
This might be their last scene. And I'm fucking waiting for him to drop that. I don't know. Everything seems like a indication to me. Maybe I'm just searching it out. I don't know the difference anymore.
The crab feeder and his men have no reason to leave those caves.
We must give them one. An offering of flesh to bake the crab.
Okay.
Who?
Daemon?
Which man here will happily go to his death? Show me the knight who will march into that helping nephew, and I will show you a madman.
Daemon.
Daemon is why we are losing.
He at least is fighting this war. What role have you played in this council, Uncle? I'm the master of complaints.
Enough! They know King's Landing will not support Daemon. Why should any of us? Blood or no, Raymond, I will not have you stoke mutiny.
Prince Daemon, I bring word from His Grace Viserys Targaryen. First of his name, King of the Andals, the Rhaenyra, and the First Men. Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the...
Get on with it. Help is coming. Why?
Though time and circumstance have seen us estranged, know that it is not my desire to see you fail in your cause. It is instead my hope that this aid will deliver the victory that has thus far evaded us. I shall pray nightly to the gods for your safe return.
Is he coming to surrender?
Yeah, I don't know if this is the reactions because he like his brother doesn't trust him enough for him to handle this on his own. So now before the help comes, he's gonna come directly to the Crab King. That's the only way I can, understand the action. Of being very... Is the dragon gonna come? Dracarys. Shit. Does Daemon know there's only one of him?
This is ridiculous.
Where's the fucking dragon, Daemon?
I was about to
I was
say
gonna
there
like
is no
finally.
way.
Yeah, I was
Come
gonna say
on.
finally. At some point, someone has to fucking
This
hit him.
is gonna
This
be
is not.
ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah. Come on. Where is it? Who the fuck is writing it? Is it the son of?
Is it Leo?
Yeah, the son
What's
of
his
the. Is the crab?
he's there,
Where is he?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
This is gonna be a one-on-one.
Honestly, this is a great battle for a third episode.
Right? This is very soon. Oh shit.
Oh, is he gonna... Is that a head? What is it?
I mean, it's a hand, but like it looks like a
Yeah.
just a hand or like a torso or part of a torso maybe.
Oh, it's the end.
He has, not daddy issues, he has brother issues. Oh my god, the king is alive.
Yes.
I thought all...
But like the second part of the episode to me stopped seeing he's gonna die. That's why when you said at the end like, oh, last year I was like, what?
Yeah, but then it switched. Like if it didn't switch, I feel like we were going to the death. So like, okay, it's coming. We're just like going slowly into it, I think.
Yeah. Yes, I like this episode more than the previous one, definitely.
I mean, this was easily the best episode so far.
Yeah.
Very much easily to me.
I mean, I like the first one as well.
I mean, sure, but like you can't compare to this one, for me at least. I really enjoyed it. I think it was very bold, like in the third fucking episode, to have this like battle. But like the battle wasn't necessarily about the battle. It was about Daemon as a person, as a character. I mean, that's how it was portrayed, and it was very well done because it concentrated like on him. It wasn't about the battle. Like that's why we don't necessarily see him actually killing the crab feeder or whatever he's called, because it's not about him. You know, we have skipped that time period where they're like in a war and everything, and we just see him having killed him, like being bathed in blood. It makes sense that it was this early on, like this big battle sequence, because it was more about the character than about the war, because like we have seen it for just this portion of the episode, you know. Really enjoyed that part. But let's leave that until the end because that was the end. So like let's cover the first part of the episode now. Well, time has passed. We are now 3 years. I think 3 years. I'm gonna assume that like she got pregnant, you know, soon.
They said 3 years.
But like it's been around 3 years and Aegon is born. He is 2. So
the boy just turned 2.
That was such a funny scene. Horrifying funny.
Oh my god, that was horrifying.
Yeah, so like he's there.
And thank god we know that's not happening.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay. I would be fucking drawing a line there, people. Like, I am asked to get past a lot of things in the show. Like, I have to just, like, ignore things. Like, incest is already, like, enough for me. But, like, if we fucking started marrying off siblings where one is 2, that's it for me. That's fucking it. But it's fine. We're good. It's not happening. Much to our expectations, everyone is sort of expecting that the heir is Aegon. It has not been said, like, the heir, for all intents and purposes, should be and is Rhaenyra. Like, that's what the king said. Like, he never now said, oh, no, scratch that, now my new heir is Aegon. He never said that, but, like, clearly everyone thinks it, which is to be expected. Like, the Lannister guy came and he was like, you know, when you come to live with the Lannisters or whatever, which... Like, if she was queen, you would have to go to King's Landing to be there. And, like, immediately that was, like... It wasn't even an option. Like, he was speaking to her in that manner. Yeah. Like, it's not like he was speaking to someone else, being like, okay, we both know that it's probably not gonna happen. Like, he was speaking to her, like, shamelessly saying, well, basically, you're not gonna be the one. You're not gonna be the queen. Yeah, that's gonna be... They're preparing that future conflict that's definitely gonna happen. When? I don't know. Again, we're gonna skip through time, but I still feel the kid is still gonna be a kid. I don't think we're gonna go... Like, next time we might be, like, 10 years. But then,
think
like...
it's gonna be 10 years?
I feel like it could be 10 years.
Yeah, but, like
she's 27, maybe 30. But, like, the kid would still be...
But I think this show is gonna is gonna last through years and years, maybe on decades. Mm-hmm. So, like, even if, let's say when the father dies, even if she's 27 and he's 12, I think after that, we're gonna still skip through some years. Like, if the kid is kid and it's not still of age to rule, somebody rules in his name. Yeah. If he is the heir. Yeah. Like, Rhaenyra doesn't have...
What is
like,
of age?
Somebody... I'm not sure.
Is it like 18? There's gonna be a time skip, I just don't know how. I'm gonna assume... I don't know.
I think the biggest conflict would maybe be if King never said that she is not the heir. Mm-hmm. Like, so that she... Like, everybody swore to her... Loyalty to her as the queen. Yeah. And even though when he dies... Like, even though people are expected... Some of them expect Aegon to be king. I mean, he's still, let's say, not old enough. Yeah. But, like, maybe some of them would follow her because she is the heir, technically.
No, I think definitely so, like, some of them would follow her.
So I think maybe that's gonna be a conflict also between the public. Because here I'm thinking of the way, I don't think they're gonna kill each other, like Rhaenyra and Aegon. I think even the public is gonna maybe be divided.
I mean, I think definitely, but you know, just because.
But at this point, everybody would. Yeah, to me, it seems like everybody.
Me too. I would assume that most of them would go to Aegon.
So something has to maybe happen.
Well, I mean, we had this last scene here when she was like all bloodied, like coming, and everyone was like looking at her. I think that's maybe, you know, some of them after that thought, oh, like there's more to her than just like being a princess, but like still. It would take much bigger for people to like sway over like tradition because like there has never been a female ruler. Yeah. They treat it like it would be a scandalous thing. Now that the son is born, everyone has dismissed her. Yeah. Like she's not an heir. So like in their mind, it's not a thing that could happen. Again, I believe that some people of course would follow her, but not the majority, and even for like the minority to follow her, I feel like she needs to do something big for the minority to follow her. Like I can say, Cole is gonna follow her. Like maybe people that are inside the but like they're serving the actual like king after the king dies. I mean, Otto, honestly, Otto would pretty much turn everyone towards.
I mean, the important part
Aegon.
is what the big houses, who the big houses are gonna follow.
Yeah, that's gonna be the big conflict of this show, the claim to the throne between Rhaenyra and Aegon.
Aegon
and what is Daemon doing? Beats me. Again, we'll get to Daemon after.
I mean,
stop saying it.
Marrying Rhaenyra.
Stop saying it. Don't fucking speak it into existence. Rhaenyra is kind of having a thing with the Cole, maybe not. Maybe there's.
I don't know. I don't. I mean, that seems better than Daemon, but that seems wrong to me as well.
He does seem older.
I mean, first she seems very young. Like,
yeah, even though like the actress is the actress like I don't know 23, 24,
yeah, something
but she
like
seems so young.
She's 15,
she
and
seems so young.
He seems 30 almost,
yeah.
if not almost. He seems more than 30.
Really? I thought like 25.
I mean, maybe they want to make him 25, but he doesn't seem 25.
Oh no, to me,
he seems our age.
Sure. Yeah, he could pass for that.
They look wrong to me. The only one that age like doesn't seem wrong is her cousin or whatever. It's not her cousin.
What's his name? So we have Lena, and then her brother.
I don't know what's his name. Lion.
Like he seems
age appropriate. Very important things are happening. Like who's gonna rule, who's gonna do this and this, and we're only talking about Rhaenyra's love life. You know,
we just mentioned it, and the only reason why we mentioned the love life is because of our fear.
That I think is gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Know.
I really
do, but I don't want it. So like I'm choosing to not think about it until I have to think about it. You know
it's
what I mean?
Gonna happen, in my opinion, very like later when she's older. Like when we have different actresses, like stuff like that is gonna happen later, in my opinion. But I honestly do believe that that's gonna happen. Everything is to me pointing out to something like that happening.
Like honestly, it's not about the incest part. Like they're both grown adults. I mean, they're gonna be at some point. They're gonna be, not now. But like I'm gonna assume, I'm talking about like after the time jump, which is gonna be 10 years or something like that. I'm gonna assume, they're gonna be both grown adults. They can do whatever they want to do. So like the incest part then at that point is like, but like it's consensual. But the issue there is, I don't know, I just like, it seems wrong. You knew her when she was a fucking baby. Like it seems, and you're her uncle. It's just...
Yeah.
I don't know how to get past that part. So like I really don't want it to happen, but I kind of think it's inevitable. I mean, like, we'll see how it goes.
Even when you talked about Cole, like before this episode, honestly, even if something like that happens, I don't really think it's happening. Like I don't really think she's gonna
I think Cole is
marry him
dead.
or something.
I mean, I don't know when, but like Cole is the type of character to me that dies. He's gonna die like protecting her.
Yeah.
He's just that type of character. So like I don't know. I'm not assuming that he's gonna last long.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. She might just she might have a crush on him or something like that, and then he dies and everything, and that's another like, let's say, a layer to her character by going through tragedies. Like that's how I see his character going. Because his character does revolve around her. Like everything that we saw of him was also in her like presence. He had that scene with Daemon when they were like jousting or whatever you call it. I mean, I really like him. He's very nice.
Yeah.
And he
he's
was talking
charming.
to he just seems like a decent person, you know. And he was like speaking to Rhaenyra when Rhaenyra was saying how she is basically useless as the princess, and then how she hates that she is this. But then he told her like, you appointed me King's Guard, and so like that is the highest honor that my family name has had, so like you gave us that, like that's not unimportant, and I thought that was really nice of him.
I just think this is a very interesting subject to me, like the whole storyline of how it is so fucking powerful. Like the whole Targaryen, they have 10 dragons or something like that, Like they're so fucking powerful, and this conflict is gonna bring the house down in some ways. You know, it's gonna divide the country. I just find that very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
so like the whole
that's
concept,
really gonna be the downfall.
Yeah, so like the whole concept of the story and the show, I find it very interesting.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly,
I also really enjoyed again Rhaenyra in this episode. I thought all her scenes were really good. Like, of course, she is still kind of, you know, angry, let's say, at the whole situation between her father and her best friend Alicent. As she, you know, has the right to be. So like, she's not really open to her father nor her friend, but she is not. I was happy that she is not mean or rude to her necessarily. I mean, like they had that moment. Yeah. I mean, they had that moment like when they were all speaking to the women and both of them kind of defended each other. And I thought that was really nice. And I would really like for them to be able to have like a friendship. Because I think they both need it. But it's gonna be very difficult because there is gonna be again conflict between who the heir is.
That's
and
what
like
I want to say. Like
Alicent, her son, is like a supposed heir, and also like her best friend is supposed to be the heir. So like it's a very tricky position to be put in.
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
So like maybe it's not realistic for them to
that's what I want to say. Yeah,
for them to even be able to have like a good
like
relationship.
Even if
there.
they would, the most I was hoping for is kind of not hate each other every second.
Yeah.
Because like not put each other down every second and stuff like that. Because to me, I don't know, it's gonna be really surprising to me if there is any kind of friendship that can develop after everything that happened. It's just impossible. Like they're gonna have completely different interests in some point.
Yeah.
After Viserys dies, so like I honestly can't see that happening. Even though yes, I agree that like both of the girls would would need a friendship that they had, but like I think it's lost.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And a lot of this episode, as you could see, I was just fucking waiting for Viserys to die. Because like a lot of like they kept mentioning how important this day was and everything. And that they're gonna go hunting, and I was just reminded of Game of Thrones season 1. I felt the entire time like something was looming with the king, and he seems unwell. Like he kept drinking, so like maybe he's that as well.
I think maybe he's mentally unwell. Like not physically that he's about to die every second because of I don't know some illness, because he did seem unwell, but like it seemed to me like because of these choices that like people are expecting.
Yeah, I think it's wearing him down. Yeah, I think he is not like, unfortunately, I don't think he is. I think he is a decent person. But I feel like the show keeps reiterating that he is not fit to be king.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he keeps getting cut on the throne and everything. And I think this is just kind of because he is not fit to be king. Like maybe all of these things are wearing him down. And I mean, you can see that with they were supposed to hunt. There was a white stag. They were supposed to hunt, but like at the end they didn't find the white one. So he ended up killing the deer, while everyone's like holding the fucking deer, and then he misses, and the whole scene is like really ridiculous. And they're like clapping, and everyone like caught it for him, and it was a really ridiculous scene. But just like to show kind of how he's kind of incompetent. Like I don't think so necessarily, but just like the show is wanting to paint that picture of him. And then we have Rhaenyra, who is getting attacked by a wild boar, and she defends herself and stabs him and is like drenched in blood, much like later on Daemon was as well. Like there was a parallel. But also next to that she sees the white stag as sort of a sign, whereas like her father didn't see it. And so like it's like the universe is pointing towards her as the rightful leader, but because of this whole conflict of how the country functions and how they're so used to it being a male, that's gonna divide them. Because like for all intents and purposes it seems like destiny is pointing to her, but like we can't do much with that if the country is getting divided over it, we can just ruin the country.
You can even see that he doubts, he's not sure of his choices, why he decided at that moment that it's gonna be her who is gonna be the heir of the throne.
I have to rewatch that scene back, and then when I edited it, because like how I took it at that point, he was like saying how he has dreamt of a son and everything, and that's what got his wife killed at the end, because like he kept thinking, oh, this is the vision, this is everything, and then he was like, what if I was wrong? Like I have bet so much on it, and then like he switched to Rhaenyra, but like he switched out of necessity.
That's what he
and
said.
Now he's like, I think he is regretting that he didn't just like from the start just put her as heir. I think that's how I read the scene, but like it could also be that,
because
like I thought I had to rewatch
first,
that.
when the scene started, that's how I read it as well,
Okay.
and then he said, but like maybe I didn't
read it right.
Then he said I only pointed Rhaenyra because so that Daemon would have the throne, and then after that he said, what if I was wrong?
Yeah.
So like I
don't know if that what if I was wrong was for the last sentence or for what he thought in the beginning, like
because like it was literally just in my mind. It was just after Rhaenyra. He said I pointed to Rhaenyra just because of Daemon. What if I was wrong?
Yeah. But that, I took it as in like I pointed to Rhaenyra just because of that. But like, what if I was wrong? What if I just like from the start was supposed to point
I would love that more, of course. But like that's when I
think I might have been reading it like that because I kept waiting for him to drop dead, and like that would have been the best like last moments of him, like realizing that he just could have.
I mean, I would love it more like that. I just switched because of that moment.
Yeah, I get it.
Before that, I thought like that he, even at the end, he did tell her that like she's his heir, that he's not gonna change his mind, his choice. But to me, even when they talked and he talked to her about how she has to marry, how them as king and queen, they have to do these things for duty and stuff like that, they have to marry into the big houses, and then she told him like, why didn't you, like you didn't do the politically right thing for you. I don't know if that was also one of the things that like show tried to point out that like he is not the right leader or something like that. Even though
I think we made that clear. But like
I don't know, I think I made myself pretty clear in the past 2 episodes, but
if you didn't know, I thought all those things were done so well in this episode, kind of to show actually what in my mind, like that's how I read it, how Rhaenyra is sort of the rightful heir, but like it's not gonna, I really don't think at the end when it's all said and done, like I don't know how it ends, but it's not gonna end well. Like the Targaryens are gonna be kind of broken, and like it's the beginning of their demise.
What if Rhaenyra and Daemon marry?
Okay.
Because so they would rule. Like what if King dies and the kid is still a kid, like he's 12 years old, something like that, and then half maybe some of the country, because Daemon did pretty good here, and maybe he's gonna have a lot of some of the
it would definitely
houses.
Be better if she's alone. She has less. Like he definitely has more than her.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, what if they then? Like,
I still don't know if it's enough to overtake the houses that would support Aegon, because I don't think Daemon is well liked. I think Daemon is an outcast.
I don't know if he's gonna
by
be
families as well.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know if he's through time. I don't know when the king is dying.
No, but like maybe at time. I don't know. Maybe with time.
That's what I thought. Like because he did have a big win here by himself. Like he didn't. There was not. Like the boat still didn't come from the King's Landing. Like this is all he's doing, and maybe he's gonna have some of those, and maybe he's gonna have some love from the people.
Maybe. I mean, we have to see that. I really don't know. I can only guess for that how that's gonna progress. I guess to go to the second part of the episode, which was the Daemon bit, and I really enjoyed it. Basically, it was not Corlys. It was Corlys' son. That's how you say his name. he asked for aid, right?
He asked
for aid from the king. He asked for help.
Yeah.
He asked for aid, and then king sent him the aid because Alicent basically convinced him. Alicent has a really strong hold on the king. Like, he listens to his advice, and so like constantly she's like the proxy between the king and Otto. Like, Otto tells Alicent where to sway the king, and then Alicent like sways the king towards that direction. Otto is very fucking dangerous. I mean, a fascinating character. And I think he's like kind of the little finger of this, and I think he's gonna be very interesting to watch. And I also just dislike him, but like him as a character, but dislike him as a human.
Honestly, sometimes when I dislike someone so much, I can't even differentiate.
You can't even appreciate the character.
No, what
to appreciate.
Exactly. Fucking can't watch him. Can't look at him.
He's awful.
Would like him to drop dead in the next episode.
Oh, that would be pleasant, but like that's not gonna happen. Anyways, the aid was coming, and we saw that like in the battlefront they're really losing. I mean, we have heard that as well. They're really having a hard time because I mean they have no aid. It's basically Daemon and Corlys, whatever. And they're getting no aid, whereas I think the Crab Theater or whatever, they said like he's getting help from the free cities and everything. And so they're having a hard time winning this. And then the king sent for help. And so at first I thought Daemon was gonna be like, oh, my brother cares for me. Oh, my brother cares for me, like he doesn't want to see me dead. So like that would make him, let's say, happy. And then he started beating that guy, and I was like, oh, actually. Then Daemon is like, you don't think I can handle this, and you're sending help. I don't need your fucking help. I'm gonna handle this on my own. And like just before that, they mentioned like whoever comes, like because they had to draw them out of the caves or whatever, and they said like who would be fucking mad enough to go and do that? And the kid said fucking Daemon. And here actually comes Daemon, who wouldn't have done that unless he was brought to that moment because of the letter that came from his brother. Like he is very much affected by his family, and he loses it at the thought of his brother sort of being like, I'm gonna send help for you, like you can't handle this yourself, to the point where he went, like after that I don't think he spoke a single fucking word. I mean, he didn't speak even before that, but he didn't say a single word. And I think Matt Smith did terrific acting in that like portion with his eyes, because you can kind of see the madness that's in them. And he goes there by himself, and like clearly he's not surrendering. And you know, that also paints a picture of like who he is as a person, and that's not necessarily an honorable person, because like, you know, you wave a white flag and everything, like it's sort of, you know, the rule that you are surrendering, and then, you know, that you're not gonna attack. But like he did, and he took so many of them on. Again, I didn't necessarily think like after jousting tournament or whatever that he is like, I thought he was like, you know, good, decent, but I didn't think that he was good enough to go by himself and handle at least like 15 men, 20 before backup came. And to evade all the arrows that were flying towards him. I was like thankful that finally some of them hit him, because I was like, there's no fucking way, my dude. There is no way that a single one of them hits you.
I mean, of course, like in my mind that would be much unrealistic.
Yeah.
And a lot of the battle kind of was. Yeah. But I don't mind those stuff, because I don't really care about realism of every single battle that happens, you know,
especially again because the battle was not about the battle.
Exactly,
like it was not about that, it was about him. You know,
I agree. But honestly, I always thought that he would be a good fighter. First, I don't know, the actor looks like plays him in that way that he could be, and also as an outcast, it's somebody who is not gonna be a king. I think he would try his best to be the best, you know. So like I always thought that he would actually be in regards of king, who doesn't look like he would I mean, he barely
missed
took a
the heart of
the bear. Deer.
That was such a terrific scene when like he goes into the cave afterwards, and he kills the crab feeder, and we don't see it again because it's not about that. And he carries him out, and he's all bloodied, and it's like this. You know, it feels like this type of a transformation that happened both within him and within Rhaenyra. Her with the smaller battle of the war, but like still, it seems like some type of a crossroads for both of their characters. I thought the scene was terrific. I think Daemon as a character has the potential to be one of the best characters in the universe of Game of Thrones. I think he is incredibly interesting. I just think there's a lot of possibility with him. I don't know again where we're going. Because a lot of his motivation is not about really ruling. I think a lot of it is rooted in him being an outcast and like the loyalty for his family and everything like that. Like, not about the power of it. Not about the power of like being the king, but like maybe the power in not being wanted. So like he needs some type of a power.
I mean, he's gonna be married to a queen. To a queen to be.
We don't know that. No one has ever mentioned that.
I think even this episode
has it. Someone tell me, like legitimately fucking spoil me. Not from the books, but spoil me from the show. Like in Game of Thrones, the show. Have they said like in the past?
I don't think they did.
Okay.
I don't think anybody said that. Like Daemon, this is my first time hearing of Daemon.
I've never heard Daemon.
Never, honestly.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I really enjoyed this episode. It was a great episode. Good. Can't wait for the next Monday for us
to watch this.
Exactly.
Another.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.